Hello everyone, I'm Kendra Houston. I was originally supposed to do my presentation on Jane Ross Mercer, but I couldn't find too much information on her besides that she developed a system of multicultural pluralistic assessment. So I was looking at the presentation list and I see that Dr. Hadari assigned the woman psychologist to a student that no longer goes here, and I decided to do my presentation on that lady, which is Lillien Jane Martin. So I'm gonna do my presentation on her. She was an American psychologist. She published over 12 books, and Martin experienced ageism and sexism as an early psychologist woman. She started teaching psychology at Stanford University in 1899. She was awarded an honorary degree from the University of Bonn in 1913. Historically, the University of Bonn had declined to admit her because she was a woman. And then after she left Stanford in 1916, she became a consulting psychologist. She was the head of the mental health clinic in San Francisco, California. This mental health clinic was the first in the world for elderly people and for non-handicapped children. So that's how she, contributed to psychology. She developed the first, health clinic for, elderly people. Some of her publications of that period, nearly all in Germany, include problems dealing with personality, abnormal psychology, and the nature of thought. In 1894, Martin traveled to Germany to enter into the University of Göttingen, where she studied psychology and was awarded a PhD in 1898. The following year, she was named assistant professor of the psychology department at Stanford University. At Stanford, she gradually advanced to full professor in 1911, and in 1915, she became the first woman of the head department in the psychology department at Stanford University. She was given mandatory retirement at the age of 65 that following year. Martin then moved to San Francisco and established herself as a consultant psychologist. She established mental health clinics and hospitals and carried on a private practice. In 1929, as a result of her experience with children whose problem was actually an overbearing grandmother, Martin established the Old Age Counseling Center as the first such clinic in the world. Martin's later publications include Personality as Revealed by the Content of Image, Mental Training for the Preschool Age Children, Around the World with a Psychologist, and Sweeping the Cobwebs. So that's pretty much all I have to say about Lillien Jane Martin. She seemed like she was a great psychologist back in the day, and she contributed a lot into the psychology world, and especially for women, because back in the day there wasn't really letting women do too much of things. You always heard about the men psychologists' experience with things, so it's just good to know and hear about women back in the day who actually made an impact on the world of psychology, because you really don't hear too much about that. So that will be the end of my presentation. Bye.